So my thought here, and I'm sure the other panelists might have some different feedback, but I personally am really against this idea of asking for 15 minutes. I
Okay.
think it's a big ask. Might be different for someone who's looking for career advice and career training. They might have more time, but I get lots of emails asking for 15 minutes of my time. And so one of the things that we push at Lavender is this idea of the call to conversation versus the call to action. So the typical method is, hey, let's get 15 minutes on the calendar, 15 minutes. But and in your case, they're an inbound prospect, so they're warm, and this is a little bit different. So you have to kind of temper this with what works in your funnel. But what we're really pushing this idea of, well, what if you didn't ask for the 15 minutes until the next email, and in the first email, you optimize for getting them to reply to start a conversation.
I'm just
So
taking some notes.
asking them a question of like, well, why did you reach out, or what are you trying to learn, or things like that. Like just getting them to respond, and then once they're in a rapport with you, then saying, let's get 15 minutes on the calendar. So it might slow your funnel down by 24 hours, waiting for them to respond to that first email. But what we're seeing, and my hypothesis would be that just getting them to respond, if your conversion rate on the proactive booking for an inbound lead is only 1 out of 10, like getting them to just respond to the email and starting a conversation could potentially increase that. So it's something I would think about A/B testing. Even before we get to the call script, just like that part of the funnel could maybe be optimized.
You know what? I think that's a really cool idea. Like I said, I'm very green in this role, so I don't have enough to know pros and cons on that. But I like that idea of proactively asking the question and looking for a reply, and then looking to book something. That's a really cool idea. Thank you for that.
Hey, I'll just add something because Will just gave me a thought there. You could also use that first email to save yourself that 15-minute qualification call and just say like, hey, normally people reach out for these 3 reasons. They think we're a recruiting firm, like what you just told us already. I would actually just put that down in the email and possibly just save yourself that 15-minute call, because it just sounds like the whole point of that 15-minute call is to, do you understand what we do? And are you qualified or not? And I think you can even put that in like, hey, here's the top 3 reasons why people inbound for us, just to ensure that, we're just aligned before we hop on a call. Like what one resonates most with you? Because 2 of them are going to be disqualification automatically, and 1 of them will actually be qualification. So something just kind of think about, because I don't know, like the 15-minute qualification call, like I'm always just trying to like, can I do that in an email? Can I just not waste my 15 minutes? Because it's a lot more than 15. You got to book it, you got to mentally make the space for it, and you got to hop on the call. So let's say it's about 30 minutes. So really you're putting 30 minutes to even see if they even understood the messaging correctly on the website and understood what your company does. Can you do that faster in a way that both people will appreciate, candidate plus company, and just skip that all together and kind of just get to it?